Imagine walking into a space where every object serves a purpose. No clutter, no distractions, just pure presence. Now, what if your life could feel the same way? What if you could clear the noise, both physical and mental, and make room for what truly matters? Welcome to Danshari, a profound Japanese philosophy that doesn't just help you tidy your room, it helps you declutter your mind, your habits, and even your soul. In this video, we're diving deep into how Japan mastered minimalism, not as a trend, but as a way of being, through the practice of Danshari. And by the end, you'll realize it's not about having less, it's about making space for what truly matters. Before we dive deeper into how Danshari can transform your life, take a moment to subscribe and hit that notification bell. This way, you'll never miss a video that could help you live a more intentional, clutter-free life. Ready? Let's explore Danshari together. What is Danshari? Danshari is more than just tidying up your space. It's a philosophy, a quiet rebellion against the chaos of more. The word itself is made of 3 Japanese characters. Dan, to refuse what doesn't serve you. Sha, to dispose of what clutters your life. Rai, to separate yourself from attachment. At first glance, it might sound like a decluttering checklist, but look closer and you'll see something deeper. This isn't just about your closet, it's about your life. Because Danshari, at its core, is a spiritual practice disguised as simplicity. When we hear the word minimalism, we often picture clean white rooms, a single chair in the corner, maybe a fancy coffee table book. That's aesthetic minimalism. And while it's beautiful, it's not always meaningful. Danshari goes deeper. It doesn't ask, does this match my style? It asks, does this free me? Because let's be honest, how many times have we bought something hoping it would make us feel better? A new phone to feel productive, a trendy outfit to feel accepted, another gadget to feel in control. But the more we accumulate, the emptier we often feel. Danshari challenges this. It teaches us to say no thank you to things, to trends, to habits that promise happiness but deliver heaviness. Here's a small but powerful practice. Next time you feel the urge to buy something, pause. Ask yourself, is this filling a space or avoiding an emptiness? This is Dan refusing what doesn't nourish you. Then there's Sha, the letting go. It's walking through your home and asking, do I actually use this? Do I even like this? It's closing a tab full of wish lists, unsubscribing from the noise, even saying goodbye to commitments that drain your soul. And finally, the separation. This is the quietest part of the process and maybe the hardest. It's detaching your identity from your possessions. It's realizing you're not your stuff, not your car, not your followers, not your achievements displayed on a wall. You are you without the layers, and that is enough. Danshari doesn't just clear your space, it clears your path. Because when your environment is quiet, your inner voice gets louder. And in that stillness, you remember, you don't need more to be more. You just need to let go of what was never really yours. Have you ever stopped to think about how much of what you own is actually serving you? What's one item you've been holding onto that might be time to let go of? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The problem we all face. In today's world, we are constantly collecting things to fill emotional gaps. We hold onto clothes we'll never wear, stuffing our closets with outdated trends, old memories, things that were never really us. We keep gifts out of guilt, the ones we never really wanted, but felt obligated to keep to please others. We say yes to things that silently drain us, work commitments, social obligations, favors we don't have the energy for. Every day, we're surrounded by noise, constant noise. And at first, it might feel like we're just staying busy, staying connected, staying productive. But that noise, it doesn't stop. It grows louder. It builds up in the background, even when we try to block it out. Before we know it, the noise becomes our reality. And when that happens, it becomes harder and harder to hear our own thoughts, to hear our own needs. This is the problem we all face. We get so caught up in the whirlwind of things, physical, digital, emotional, that we lose track of what really matters, what we really need, what we really want. We try to fill the void with more things, more tasks, more consumption, but the more we acquire, the emptier we feel. It's a cycle. We chase the next thing, the next hit of dopamine from a purchase, the next buzz from a notification, and we hope it'll fix us. But it never does, because what we're really searching for isn't in those things. It's in the silence. Danshari offers a radical alternative to this noise. It asks, what if you chose silence over noise? What if you created space in your life, not just in your closet, but in your mind? What if, instead of filling every second with something, you allowed yourself to be? What if you chose space? Space to breathe, to think, to reflect, to rest. Danshari isn't just about clearing your home. It's about clearing the mental clutter that keeps you from being present, from being truly free. Because the truth is, when you clear away the excess, you don't just create space in your home, you create space in your mind, your heart, your soul, space to breathe, space to be. And isn't that what we're all craving? If you're feeling overwhelmed by the clutter in your life, don't worry, you're not alone. But before we go further into the solutions Danshari offers, take a second to subscribe. You'll get the tools you need to declutter both your space and your mind every week. The 3 steps of Danshari. Danshari is not just a philosophy, it's a practical guide. It's a way to reshape your life one step at a time. Step 1, refuse. The first step of Danshari is about refusing what you don't need. Before you make another purchase, ask yourself, will this add true value to my life, or am I just trying to fill a void? Think about it for a moment. How many times have you bought something because it seemed like a good idea in the moment? Maybe it's the latest gadget, a new piece of clothing, or even a trendy food item. But deep down, you know it won't make a real difference in your life. We've all been there. It's easy to get caught up in the buzz of wanting something. But Danshari teaches us to pause and reflect before bringing anything new into our lives. When you refuse unnecessary things, you stop feeding the cycle of consumption. You stop cluttering your space, your mind, your emotions. And that's where true freedom begins. Step 2, dispose. Step 2 is about letting go, not just physically, but mentally too. It's time to dispose of what no longer serves you. This could be anything. Clothes you haven't worn in months, old emails filling up your inbox, or even commitments you feel obligated to fulfill, but that only drain your energy. When you let go of things that no longer serve you, you create space for what truly matters. You make room for growth, for new experiences, for clarity. Take a moment and think about your home. Are there items around you that don't bring you joy or purpose? What about your phone? How many apps, messages, or photos are just sitting there, adding to the noise? Decluttering isn't just about your physical space, it's about your mental and emotional space too. Step 3, separate. The final step is separating your identity from your possessions. You are not your things. You are not your status. You are enough, just as you are. We live in a world that often defines us by what we own. The car we drive, the brand we wear, the tech we have. But Danshari reminds us that you are not your possessions. You are more than the things you accumulate. When you let go of the idea that your worth is tied to your things, you open up a whole new world. A world where you are free to be. With empty shelves and a simple space, you might think you've lost something, but in reality, you've gained something far more valuable: clarity, peace, and authenticity. So, here's the question. What would your life look like if you truly embraced these 3 steps of Danshari? Refuse what doesn't serve you. Dispose of what clutters your life. Separate yourself from the need to define yourself by what you own, because when you do, you'll realize that the true power of Danshari isn't in what you've gotten rid of. It's in what you've gained: freedom, simplicity, and a life that truly reflects who you are at your core. Which of the 3 steps of Danshari do you feel would have the most impact on your life right now? Refusing, disposing, or separating? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss how we can all start embracing a more intentional way of living. The emotional side of letting go. Let's be honest, letting go isn't easy. We attach memories to objects: a gift from a loved one, a piece of clothing that once felt like a hug, a book that reminds us of a chapter in our life. We fear regret. What if we need it again? What if we'll miss it? What if we made a mistake by letting go? Danshari understands this. It doesn't tell you to erase your past. Instead, it invites you to honor it without being imprisoned by it. You don't have to throw everything away. Danshari doesn't preach that all possessions are bad, nor does it demand perfection. The goal isn't minimalism for minimalism's sake. It's about choosing to keep what truly aligns with the person you're becoming, not the person you used to be. Think about it. Do you still hold onto the same things that defined you years ago? The old trophies? The keepsakes from relationships that no longer serve you? What are you holding on to, just in case, but never actually using? Danshari teaches us to create space for the future while honoring the past. You're not throwing away your memories, your experiences, or your growth. You're simply making room for the next chapter of your life. Because when we let go externally, we begin to heal internally. We make space for new experiences, for new relationships, for a new version of ourselves. It's like cleaning out a closet. At first, it feels like you're losing something, but in reality, what you're making room for is far more meaningful. A space where your true self can flourish. Living Danshari more than decluttering. Danshari is not just a one-time event. It's a way of living, a mindset, not a trend. It's how you choose your words, to speak with intention and not out of habit. How you choose your relationships, to surround yourself with people who lift you up, not drain you. It's in the moments you take to pause before saying yes to commitments, to make sure they align with what truly matters. Danshari is also in the way you breathe before reacting. How you create space in your mind to respond with clarity, not knee-jerk reactions. It's in the small, everyday pauses that allow you to find peace in the chaos. And here's the real secret. Minimalism isn't about owning nothing. It's about being owned by nothing. It's about freeing yourself from the pull of possessions, the weight of expectations, and the clutter that distracts you from what truly matters. Imagine waking up each day without the burden of excess, without the need to please others, to prove something to the world. Imagine living with less, but feeling more present, more fulfilled, more connected to yourself. When you live Danshari, you start to realize you don't need to chase more things to feel fulfilled. You just need to create space for the things that truly bring you joy, peace, and purpose. It's not just about cleaning up your physical space, it's about decluttering your life, your mind, your time, your energy, mastering minimalism the Japanese way. So, how did Japan master minimalism? Not through force, not through restriction, but through mindfulness. Danshari isn't just about getting rid of things, it's about getting rid of what holds you back. It's about making space for what truly matters. It's about living lightly, living awake. You see, in the Japanese tradition, minimalism isn't just an aesthetic, it's a mindset. It's about living not with more, but with meaning. And maybe, just maybe, the life you've been searching for has been waiting beneath the clutter all along. So, are you ready to live a life of meaning, not just more stuff? If Danshari has inspired you today, make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to declutter their life too. Thank you for watching. And let's continue this journey toward a simpler, more intentional life.